I've been dating someone who is trans that I did not know was trans until about a week ago. This has really, really been fucking with me. I've been in a relationship with someone for a few months, and I found out from someone else that they are trans. I've been friends with this man for a couple of years. I'm in no way insinuating that it was anyone else's responsibility. However, he has siblings and parents that I've also been around quite a bit, and no one told me. It happened by accident. Like I said, I found out a little more than a week ago from someone else. And he basically said that there was going to be a time and a place for him to tell me, and that this wasn't who he was anymore. So he didn't want to introduce himself that way. I'm not going to pretend like I understand what it's like to be trans. I think I do understand that sentiment of like, this isn't who I am anymore, but it's really fucking with me because we have been intimate and I was unaware. And I just want to say that I don't think, I can't say for certain because I wasn't given the choice, but I don't think it would have bothered me if I knew, but I didn't know. And the only person that I've talked to about this, she will always have my back and will.
All right, all right. I'm so confused. And forgive me because I'm slower. I'm a C student. I may not be as smart as a lot of people that is watching this video, but please help me in the chat because I'm reacting to this in real time. And so I need to know and I have to know exactly what is going on. She's in a relationship with somebody that is trans. So this is what my question is. She's saying he. So is this a biological male or female? I'm gonna give you what I think that I am hearing, and then we're gonna go from there. And I might have to I might have to rewatch the whole thing over, in order to truly get it. It's almost like a movie, right? When I watch certain movies that's kind of deep, Interstellar, Inception, Tenet, I gotta rewatch it again so I can fully catch all of the Easter eggs and I can fully understand it. Is this a man saying that they're dressing like a woman, or is this a woman that pretends to be a man that went through all of the steps in order to become a man? And if so, how do you not know if you've been intimate with the person? And so this is the reason why I'm so confused. And if I'm confused, I know it's some of y'all that's out there confused. We not all just automatically understanding exactly what's going on.
You know what we need a mother do? We need to stop pushing Americans past their breaking point! Hustle culture has gotten out of control, and we cannot afford to live here! Stop pushing us past our limits! We just want to be able to breathe! Breathe! We need relief! We work every day, and the money doesn't amount to anything anymore. It's never enough. It's never enough anymore. Like what the actual, when does it stop? Somebody, please, when does it stop? This is not okay, like at all. It's honestly one of those days where I just want all this to be over. Like, I don't know if there's any saving us or not. This is
I'm I think it's so funny to see young people, especially young liberal people or people that seem to be liberal, crashing out nowadays because they so disappointed at the economy or they so disappointed that their dollars don't go far enough or they're tired of working their stay-at-home job and they still on food stamps or whatever it is, right? Complaining about older people and boomers and all of this stuff. And the first thing is they never take any accountability. There's never anything wrong with their decisions. Because they can't get their student loans forgiven and it's going on their credit. Now they crashing out. They don't like the fact that they have to go to work, even though all of these agendas, including feminism and diversity, equity, and inclusion, and so on and so forth, allow for them to be able to have the freedom, but they don't stand for anything or they can't help themselves anymore. And so they just basically crashing out. And I don't feel sorry for them. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't feel sorry for them. Most of the people that I know stayed down long enough to let it work for them and benefit them. They didn't go out and party. They don't expect to get a leg up or a handout from the government. They're tired of being overtaxed, which is one of the reasons all of these federal programs that pretend like they helping people is really just safe havens for fraud. So politicians and people that's not even from America can continue to benefit from it. I just don't. I don't. And if y'all want relief, then you should have also held Biden accountable. And this crash out should have happened then, not now. Because when inflation was at 9, 10, 12%, when they were acting like they were propping up the government by giving government jobs, when they was really just giving out taxpayer dollars, nobody had anything to say. Everybody was acting like everything was cool and the economy was in shambles.
One time somebody told me that white people do not move. Like, they don't move out the way. They don't say, excuse me, etc. They wait for you to move. So I started testing it out in my real life, and I haven't moved for a white person since. And I tell you, I bump into them all the time because it's like, am I supposed to move for you? Excuse me?
Okay, I'm gonna say this because it's true, but I'm not saying it because I'm racist. I'm talking about with my sister-in-law how white people do not move over for you. I go to a PWI. I have stopped moving over for white people. I have bumped into so many white people. They take up the whole sidewalk. They walk in groups. When you're sitting down and you have like your leg crossed, they want you to move their leg. I have this girl in my comparative government class. I sit down with my leg crossed and she just stands there. And I'm like, I literally stopped moving for her. I stopped moving for her because you can't say excuse me. You can't form those words out of your mouth. You have no home training. None at all. And it pisses me off. But anyways, that's my rant for today. Have a lovely day, guys.
Is that a thing? Like it, and it's not something that I've ever inherently noticed. Black people, white people, when I walk, I usually just kind of move out the way, or you can see people coming and then you make the adjustment for whatever it is that you're dealing with. If you're walking in crowds, usually people are going to be bumping into each other anyway. And so all you got to do is make sure that you keep your hands on your wallet so don't nobody pickpocket you. Um, if you at a concert, then it's going to be a bunch of people all around you and you're going to be crowded. But if you're walking down the street, if you're walking in a mall, if you're walking in, you know what I'm saying, on a college campus or something, is that something that white people intentionally do, or is that something that we just are unaware of? Now, I do understand what people saying when they say that people need more home training, because I found that it's a lot of things that people do in the wild that I don't agree with, that aggravates me, that bothers me to my core. But a lot of that is just manner based, right? So whenever I see somebody sneezing out in the open, that pisses me off. Even to the point to where if I see it happen twice, because sometimes it's just a mistake and you didn't catch it fast enough, if it happened twice, I'm gonna say something openly, because everybody is trying to ignore and pretend like you didn't do it when you did it. That happened in a Delta Lounge when I was over in Atlanta the other day. No, I wasn't in Atlanta. I was in Tulsa. I don't remember where I was, but it happened in the Delta Lounge, and I seen him, and I looked at him the first time, and he did it again, and I'm like, yo, you got to listen. You got to cover up. You got to say excuse me, and you got to start being more courteous to other people. But she's saying that this happens in mass, that it's all white people.
One thing I could tell younger women is how you are seeing men fuss and fight about how women are transactional and women only want money and they only want this and they only want that. Okay. And you feel sorry for them. Okay. Those are the men that prey on your innocence. All right. Those are the men that get older and they start to deal with younger women such as yourself because there's no one their age that will fuck with them. Okay. The ones that are saying, oh, women are on a time clock, they're on this type of this, they're on top of that. Women are not the prize. I'm the prize too. Just understand when he's speaking like that and he tells you, oh, I'm 30, I'm 28, I'm 29, 32, 33. I want you to run, sister. Okay. There's a reason why ain't nobody fucking with them. The men that's on here, I'm saying that's the type of content that they push so much about what women this and women are entitled to this and women shouldn't feel like this, whatever. Sister, I'm telling you right now, there's a reason why he don't got no woman. And if he does have the woman in his life, I want you to ask him who she is and let us see her. Let us see her. Let us hear how she talks. I'm telling you. And I don't care how good he looked. There's a reason why nobody's fucking with this dickhead. If he tell you, oh, I got plenty women, okay, look at the women that's coming after him. Okay? Always remember that.
I don't understand where this hurt and anger and bitterness come from. The same way that women have preferences is the same way that men can have preferences. And just because he looks at life from a different view, or he sees life and he looks at it from more of a conservative, fiscally conservative, traditional perspective, does not mean that he don't have motion. It don't mean that he can't get what he wants. It's guys that have women knocking down their door on a regular basis for whatever reason, for a combination of reasons, whether he is rich, whether he whatever, it really don't even matter. The reason they there. And what women don't understand a lot of times is that guys, it's reversed now. Women are shooting a shot more than you could ever imagine. And so when women say this, it's almost like they speaking from a place of hurt, and they not looking at it logically. There is a cultural shift to where women are thinking like they are men now. And a guy needs to focus 100% on continuing to be the best version of himself, because you can't pour out of an empty cup, and you have to first seek God. You have to first place him at the forefront of your life. And you're never supposed to pedestalize a woman over your purpose.
One question I get asked a ton is if I would ever date an African American man, or if I ever been with one. And my answer is it's not for me. Unfortunately, it's not for me. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. It's not.
What does that mean? Either you have been or you haven't. And she said it's not for me. So I'm assuming that she has, and maybe she had a bad experience.
And I'm going to give you guys the point of view from a guy's point of view towards African American women, because I've done my research.
Point of view?
I've asked a ton of men about this, and they all come back to me with the same response. Okay. And I don't really hate for you guys to be in the dark about this. I want you guys to know why it is. And
what does she mean she asked a bunch of guys about this? I'm confused.
We avoid it. And why African American are the least desirable to date in the whole US. Okay. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So listen up. First reason is because you guys carry a very strong odor, a smell, very strong.
She doesn't, she's not pronouncing her words correctly. She says order. She didn't say odor. She said order.
First reason is because you guys carry a very strong odor, a smell, very strong smell. And I'm not saying because you guys don't shower, you guys are nasty. It's because you guys just carry this really unique smell. And you guys probably don't notice it, and you guys can't smell it because you guys grew up that way. But us, on the other hand, we notice that smell right away.
Who was us?
And let me tell you guys, it's not pleasant. I'm sorry. It's not a pleasant smell.
All right, so let me ask a couple different questions, and I want to know it from you guys in the chat. One of them I already know the answer to. The second one, maybe I don't know. It's the melanated skin that is producing this odor. Maybe it's cultural. Maybe it's the foods that you eat. Who knows? I know that different cultures have different things that they embrace, and maybe that they fry their foods in or something, and it makes them give them a smell, whatever. So here's my first question. My first question is, what is this odor, and is this standard amongst most Black people? All right. The second question is, where did she get this statistic that indicated that Black men was the least desirable in the United States of America? I do not believe that, not even a little bit. I don't believe that worldwide at all. By default, worldwide, the narrative, and I'm not saying that this is true either, is that Asian men are the least desirable, and Black women have historically been the least desirable. And I would even fight against that, because I think it's where you at. As a matter of fact, Black women have always, in my opinion, especially physically, been the standard. And that's why you've seen everybody starting to get BBL so that they can mimic the body of Black women, which Black women then mess up their own bodies.